Making videos is fun. A lot of time though. Yeah, it is. Editing is a blast. There's so much to learn. Don't get ahead of yourself. I know. It's looking like I got ahead of myself. Need to head on back and spend some time with the basics. Recording that pork chop damn near whooped me. Now I checked in with the Googs and the Reddit, and they both agreed that DaVinci was a Cadillac of editing tools. So I went ahead and decided to go with that. Feels like it's best to pick a program and stick with it, so far as I can tell, and I like it. That pork chop really showed me there is a lot to this, and it is just a lot more to go. Gotta figure out how to fast forward the clips, speed up the play button, figure out timestamps, transitions, cuts. Gotta become way more familiar with the text tools, how to overlay pictures, figure out how to better edit the clips. Matching times for cuts takes me forever. Need to get much faster on the keyboard. DaVinci doesn't seem to have spell check. Have to look into that, because my spelling needs it. Figuring out how to rewind and fast forward quicker would be a big help. And I thought everything got audio, so I really should spend some time learning that first before I go ahead and get ahead of myself, getting all into the video. Because while editing the video was a blast, I couldn't even begin to make heads or tails of how to even start on the audio. The graphics, the editing, all feels like an endless sea of knowledge you can get lost in. But at some point it's got to have diminishing returns where it's just, well, if you spent 47 hours editing this 2-minute clip, wow. Right now I'm sitting on the skill of a monkey with a football and the efficiency of a chicken without a head. But if you're on the ground, the only way to look is up, unless you're face down in the mud. What's diminishing returns mean anyway? It means I'm going to diminish this conversation to a point it doesn't return. Scenes workflow popped up quite a bit. Not exactly sure what it means, but I puzzle with some order operations maybe. Or a sequence. What's a sequence mean? 1, 2, 3. So I'm thinking of trying some tutorials. Try a couple different ones. Maybe Frankenstein them up. Maybe stumble across a free course or something. Should develop foundation. Really gotta work on that. Learn to crawl before a walk, all that. Just need to apply what I'm learning to a video. Ain't great at translating skills from books. Hands-on learning gonna be a hard R for me. I really thought our arts and crafts tripod would have turned out better. Yeah, we both took a crack at it and failed spectacularly. Alibi in our own disastrous ways. What's alibi mean? You got me. So we're going to try and focus on learning some actual basic editing. Because I try to learn skills by collecting random info and tidbits along the way as needed, and it just ain't come along too great. Never end up grasping much of understanding of nothing or anything. And I think that's the key for diagnostics and troubleshooting. Whatever Doc House was. I can usually wrangle a problem if someone identifies her. And the fix. But I ain't never been the type to be able to identify the issue all on my own. Usually Kyle fix together if necessary though. We the king of Cobb. Yeah, says the tripod. Plus, understand the editing feels like it's going to help me know what I want for my videos, shot-wise, and what I'll be able to actually fix in editing. A lot of practice, baby. Gonna be key. Sure is. I was thinking of simple ideas I could do for practice. What has audio is light on filming. I figured something with minimal actual filming will require a lot of graphics and text and effects. And I gotta practice talking for sure. I don't even recognize myself on recording. Do you think that's the quality? Do you think that there's a way for our recorded voice to sound like we normally hear it? Huh. I hadn't even considered that. That's definitely worth looking into. I'm also curious how the internet feels about accents. I personally enjoy them, and I like the way I talk. If I could change it, it'd be something thicker and crazier. I think accents be fun. Closest I ever got to an imitation. Poor man's imitation. Is it though? But a lot of folk who talk online ain't got any accent. I've even heard folks say they got rid of their accent. Now I'm curious how someone gets rid of an accent. Probably surgery. Probably not. Probably not. Anywho, enough about accents. Hey, we gotta figure out time skips and time lapses. Add it to the list. I think that's the term we were looking for with all that fast forward and rewind and stuff. Or at least some of it. Sure thing, Hoss. Another side note. We need to check into file formats and why our videos take so long to upload. Dang, oh man, I'm glad you brought that up. Reminds me, we need to find out how to tell if our videos are even online. I understand we are probably the only views, but we don't even have any of those Jesus is our savior, or those weird squiggly line bot comments. I thought all videos got those. Yeah, okay, maybe only the big channels deal with the bots. Our videos suck too much for even the bots. I do like that thought. That puts a giggle in my eye. Okay, new goal. Our milestone. We have to at least get to the quality that we got a bot comment. So maybe bots are only for watchable videos. But I considered that, so I used someone else's phone. And I couldn't find them. I figured I'd search one and just set my mind at ease that we're not screwing up how to upload. Kinda thought it was idiot proof. That was a big reason I decided we need to go back to basics and stay there. We're so clueless we aren't even sure these videos are on the line. Which is an incredibly valid point. If we aren't even sure our videos are online, and we don't know how to verify something as simple as if they are, we are getting too far ahead of ourselves. Animated stories, recaps? Pfft, first we need to learn what every child already knows. How to put a video on the internet. It's too bad we never found our way into an art class. Also, should probably quit using YouTube and the internet synonymously. Good chance this isn't even the right place for our videos, it's just the only place we use. I know, one problem, one solution at a time. Dug the idea of a podcast. That's just because it's a lot of talking. I ain't really sure what, I don't know. Hey, you need some type of other person to talk to type thing. That's what I got you for, friendo. Absolutely not. Need something to say. Has to be worth listening to. That would be the hurdle I also hit. We sure do seem to think a lot, don't we? All them casts I've listened to are usually professionals at a trade, craft, or skill. Or they professional talkers. And I've proven extremely resilient at learning skills. Which is probably insulting or disrespectful, or both, to editors and video people. I failed to learn any skills I've tried to, but hey, maybe this one'll stick. You've got to try something, man. So it was a no-go on the podcast about the inner workings of a shovel, or any slew of unskilled labor and temp jobs. Oh, please no. That is my personal hell. 100 episodes about ditch digging. I fucking hate the shovel. I know, but I enjoy it. The duality of man continues. You're always so glum, chum. Eventually we'll run into another opportunity or make one, and I agreed not to squander it. Eyes too big for your stomach, eyes too big for your head. Like watching a caveman try to build a computer. You gotta upgrade a rock tied to a stick. Oh, so we don't know nothing about file formats. But maybe you mentioned this and I just don't recall it. It could be a shitty internet connection. That seems possible. I mean, it's good for the Google and YouTube, but I have no idea how quality our internet actually is. Could be a bit of both. Should also check if the time of the upload matters. Maybe you get better upload speeds in the middle of the night or something. Because aside from having no idea what we were doing with all that footage of Pork Chop, it took hours to upload. Hey, we should also check into the size of an hour video and a 10-minute video so we can do a comparison and see if we're even anywhere close. Might as well go ahead and catch our weight too. Careful, brother. It sounds like you're talking about overfilling the plate again. And we both know what happens when you do that. We don't need no more burnout. If there's any chance, slow and steady gonna be the one that gets us through. Okay, I hear ya. You the boss, Hoss. It's your plan, man. Whatever's clever. We'll practice being a tortoise while we try the internet.